When I was growing up, the electric streetcar lines were going away. We would drive around the city and I would see tracks in the street or wire in the sky, and I said, what's that? Why are they there? When is the train coming? There were all these kind of ambiguous answers. Well, there is no more train.
%99 of the material in the vault, it's not digitized. It still exists and only exists on paper. If we started tomorrow, yeah, I could take the next 20 years and maybe get a good chunk of the stuff in the vault, but there's just too much material. Tunnels have a very long tradition in this city. We would build these things, we would reinvent them somehow and start all over again. These are about 8,000, 9,000 photographs like this, but they were never meant to be shown, never meant to be seen. On June 21st, 1937, this picture was taken. You know, you look and you see how this is all undeveloped. Back then, it doesn't look like that now. None of this right here. It's completely changed.
I wouldn't be doing these things if I wasn't taking photos. It's like a reason to explore. I've been doing this for about 2 years. I really like exploring abandoned places and looking for new, shots, I guess.
And this was the lobby floor. You'd go down the ramp down into the subway. Well, it's only been 60 years since I was here, so it's a little bit confusing. I mean, oh, wow, that ramp looks familiar. I've ridden public transit all my life. I'm 83 years old, and I started riding public transit when I was about 13. Still ride it. I came down today on the red line and the gold line.
When I go in the red line, I usually put my headphones on. There's just weird people in the metros, people talking to themselves and just hopefully take them off at the time where I hear my stop getting off so I don't miss it.
Well, the history of the subway tunnel goes back actually to the turn of the last century.
Built in 1925. Quite a project to build the whole building and the subway at the same time.
Yeah, this would tell you which train number. Set the cards in here, and then they turn it around, and people in the lobby area could see the daily train set up.
I feel like if I look up the history, it'll ruin the surprise for me. I like going there and being totally amazed by the tunnel and let the location just tell me what the history is. That's totally different than seeing it on paper. Totally different.
There's more than one type of history in LA anyway. If you don't like this one, you find another one. And I think that's the bottom line is, you'll find whatever kind of history you want in this city.
See, the tracks came along between the columns, and there were platforms between the tracks. Yeah. Long platforms where people could board the car.
The older the things are, the more people have been in that location, thinking about what they did in that location, what they thought.
I rode the last car on the Venice Short Line in 1950, and many, many other last cars. I can still remember the last train coming back from Venice Short Line when it came up. It pulled in beside the building and tied up here. for the last time.
For many years, many years, it just sat abandoned, idle, nothing.
Track 3 and 4 still up there. How about that?
The cost, the benefit wasn't justified by whatever it was they had to do it right, I guess.
It's there. You just can't get to it.
Boy, look at the tower still there. Those concrete is still it should be there.
Yeah.
There's the tunnel.
This was a busy place.
Yeah.
It was a different time when they were building these systems. Because LA is so spread out, and we don't really think about going underground. It's all up here.
It's like really thrilling. Anything can happen. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You just kind of shape your own future.
You can take something like tunnels that maybe has a very small appeal, and you can find a dozen ways to spin it because there are so many sources out here. And I kind of think that makes us unique.